Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about Joel Embiid nearing return, perhaps as soon as Tuesday, which is today. And now we're going to dive into our Keeping the Faith
I like it.
positive news stories.
You gotta put some authority on that one. This is
Keeping the
this is
Faith.
this is this is these are the feel good moments that stories that Faith wants to
Yes.
share.
Yes.
But most times I'm like, nah, let's pass on these suckers.
I like them. It's nice to hear some nice positive news, especially with what's going on in the world right now. It's nice to hear that, not everything is so bad.
I'm liking the messy ones, but let's see
I
let's
mean,
see
the
what
messy
happens.
ones are fun too. Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay. So, an Oklahoma man pays off student lunches to honor his beloved wife. If you have ever had a child in school, you know that school lunch debt can be a lot to take on, especially if you are a single parent trying to get by in an economy that keeps raising prices on everything. One man is trying to make a difference when it comes to the stress parents feel. Lunch debt in Oklahoma school districts are getting paid off thanks to Sean Cummings, and the reason behind his generous act is touching. He is honoring his wife. Sean is hoping to honor his wife's legacy with these acts of kindness, and he's taken to social media to spread the news. Recently, Sean wrote a check to 20 schools in his home state of Oklahoma, wiping out thousands of dollars of lunch debt for hundreds of students in several districts. This started when his late wife, Kathy, who died of cancer in February, wanted to do something to make an impact. This was one of the things. She was a chef, she owned restaurants, and her biggest thing was to feed people, Cummings said. Instead of flowers, he asked for donations to go towards easing school lunch debt in public schools, according to a GoFundMe page. The idea took off as loved ones and the community showed their love for Kathy. The effort raised more than $70,000. Sean said that Kathy wanted to make a positive change before her death, and this was one of the most fitting ways to help her do that. This isn't just about making sure kids can grab food at school, even though that is a huge part of the mission. Sean added that if seniors have debt at the time of graduation, they either can't graduate or can't get their school transcripts sent to college. Some schools were even taking and holding diplomas until the debt that parents sometimes can't pay was dealt with. Now students don't have to worry about that debt, and Sean isn't slowing down. He says that he will keep paying off lunch debt as long as he keeps getting donations to do so. So, if you would like to donate to help Sean honor Kathy and ease the burden of school lunch debt or families in Oklahoma, you can make a donation to the GoFundMe page. So,
Okay. This one is a little weird to me. It's a great story,
mhm.
but the ending kind of shocked me. First off, I did not know that kids they have lunch debt. And if they don't
I didn't
graduate,
know.
I mean, if they don't pay that debt, they can't get their transcripts to go to college or get their diploma.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
I didn't know there was this thing as school lunch debt either. I also went to a school where I got free lunch. So, I mean, I didn't have to pay for lunch at school. So,
Yeah, but no, there should not be. That should be just outlawed altogether.
yeah,
You
I agree.
know, your kid has made it, and you can get a scholarship or trying to get to college, and your high school's like, nope, kid, you're not going to college because you owe some money on them sandwiches you had last week. So we're
Mhm.
not sending your transcripts.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to
Mhm.
me.
That is a crazy concept. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely crazy. Or you can't get your diploma, or you can't get your transcripts, or
Mhm.
you can't graduate.
Yeah.
So, okay, what happens? There are some poor families out there,
Mhm.
and let's say this what this guy is doing is absolutely amazing,
Mhm.
and I definitely commend him for it.
Mhm.
And I feel bad for him for losing his wife. I couldn't even imagine going through something like that. But the beautiful thing about it is the fact that his wife and him wanted to make a difference in helping
Mm-hmm.
kids in Oklahoma, be able to wipe out that debt.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that debt shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
It shouldn't exist at all.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy that like debt is now starting for kids in high school. That's absolutely insane to me. That's crazy.
so if you're a poor kid in Oklahoma, and there's some poor ones, and unfortunately, whatever means is their parents have no money at all.
Mm-hmm.
So little Jimmy goes to school and he has to eat, so he has to eat, but he's worked hard and he's got his grades and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and now he has a chance to go to college, maybe get a scholarship. But some high school's gonna say, sorry, no, we're not giving the transcripts. No, you're not walking across stage
Mm-hmm.
because you owe for lunches.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds impossible. That How is that not a story?
That should
Everything
be a
else
story. Yeah.
that should be a massive story.
Mm-hmm. That should be a story.
There's no, I think about, and I'm not trying to get political, but I know Michelle Obama once upon a time had a program for healthier school lunches, but
Not they were not good.
no one talked about. Oh, yeah, are you
They were
serious?
not good. They were not good.
Oh, but here's the thing with that one is healthy lunches rarely ever taste good. The bad ones, the unhealthy lunches,
It
that's what really is the ones that
no,
taste
so
good.
the healthy lunches were pre-packaged things, so it wasn't like used to when our lunch ladies were actually making us lunch. They had to use the whatever pre-packaged food was sent to them because I it was a good idea. I think it was just not
Hmm.
played out very well because that food was God, it was so bad.
Wow. See, I remember growing up and being in elementary and middle school and high school. I always loved the school lunches.
Hmm.
I I've talked to so many people that over the years have talked so bad about school lunches. But
Hmm.
I talked to kids in my town, and the kids, people, grown people are still posting like the cafeteria pizza
Oh, see,
and
we
all
got
that stuff.
those, and those were delicious.
Okay, all right, because I'm like that
And
stuff
then
was banging.
there was the cafeteria lunch pizza. There was the cafeteria cheese sticks. God, those were so good. Um, what else?
I know. I remember
Oh,
like the fish sticks weren't good though. For they
we
had
never. I
cheese in them
don't.
and everything. Oh, those were
I don't
horrible.
think we got fish sticks. Oh, the breakfast corn dogs. Those were
Oh, we
so
didn't see.
good.
No, we didn't have the breakfast. We didn't have that.
So
We
essentially, it
had.
was like a sausage, and the corn dog part was kind of like it was the same consistency and kind of tasted like a pancake, and they would give you that, and
Oh, I
then
do know because we had
dip it in the
pancakes and
syrup.
sausage. Girl, I know what you're talking about there.
So good.
But see, that stuff's not really healthy for you. I
No,
was, I'm picturing like, salads and
I mean
healthy greens and all that stuff.
we got salads too. They were
Well, okay,
okay.
what's my like they had like pizza burgers and burrito. A lot of this
Pizza
stuff was,
burgers.
girl, you don't know what a pizza burger is. It was a hamburger patty, had pizza sauce on it, had some pepperoni and mozzarella cheese, and it's grilled
That
real
sounds
nice and crispy. Ooh wee.
so American and so good.
That is so American, girl. There's
The pizza burger.
it's so many things are so American. It's not even funny. And I'm go
Hmm.
back to our original topic, but the hardest thing for me is I'll go. there's a snack shop next door to us. The snack shops don't like they're little restaurants, which is
Mm-hmm.
what they are, but they call them snack shops here.
Mm-hmm.
And I go there and I'll be like, I just want a breakfast croissant. And they don't understand what I'm saying, breakfast croissant. So I'm like, okay, cut a croissant in half, scramble egg, bacon or sausage, some cheese, put it in the middle. It's just the most foreign concept. They're just so confused on it. It has never come out exactly the same way. Anytime I
Stupid
order
Americans coming in here.
but the one guy calls it it's like the American, the Tate sandwich. And all it is a breakfast, is a croissant with egg and cheese and bacon and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But anyway, back to this. It's a that's a travesty that the kids are not able to
Yeah.
graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or
so
get
if
their
a kid is
yeah.
super poor and
Mm-hmm.
they're not allowed to graduate or get their transcripts or anything, they have to come back next year. Is that what you're saying? Does that really happen?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what would I maybe they'll finally give them their diploma when they pay off the debt, but how long is it, how much money have they allocated,
Are the
How long
kids
is it
working
going
on a chain gang, digging ditches to pay off their lunch debt? What is going
Yeah,
on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Something needs to be, if that's the case, the kids can't get their transcripts or their diploma or can't walk across stage. That's a travesty. Even if I'm assuming most likely they're saying like you can't walk. You'll
Mhm.
get your diploma in the mail, but you won't be able to walk across stage. No, I still say they should, your graduating should not have to do anything with your lunch debt.
Mhm.
And why is the kids, they're minors. They should not have lunch debt at all.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's a double because I could see school budgets, and that's more on a local level.
Mhm.
Schools gets cut so much. It's it's
Yeah.
it's horrible. One of the things that I have always done, always, I don't even read them, just being truthful. Every time there's a ballot on the on for a proposition on the ballot for the schools to get more money,
Mhm.
don't even bother reading. It's like, yep, more money for the schools.
Mhm.
I'm voting yes for it every single time. The schools get cut so much. How can that be? I feel like the schools should be getting so much more. I would love for someone to really come out and overhaul the school system and make sure kids are getting healthy lunches. They are graduating
Mhm.
and have the chance to move on to and get college degrees.
Mhm.
So didn't mean
I
to
agree.
go on these little
No.
tangents.
I mean, I agree. My both of my parents and my brother are school teachers, so I 100% agree with more funding for education.
See, I'm the extreme one where I feel like not only should college shouldn't be for the wealthy. I feel like everyone should have the opportunity to go to college.
I agree.
You know, college should be something that if you want to go to college and get your degree, you should be allowed to.
Mhm.
If you don't, you don't, it's not something you force people to do, but everyone should be able allowed to go to a community college or a local college and graduate and get their degree and move on. That should be just part of the American system.
Mhm.
I don't understand how it it gets this way.
Yeah.
So didn't mean to go into. a whole little tangent there.
Well, before we move on and go to our break, I want to leave with this quote that Sean said because I think it's
Oh,
really
nice,
sweet.
nice.
He says, "As tragedy struck my life, it didn't have to strike me down. I had the choice of whether I wanted to do something great with it or whether I wanted to sit and kind of wallow in my pity. I hope you all get to choose to do something great with yours." So,
That's
Sean,
awesome.
bless
I
you.
I love it. When you do you have the link for the
I can put
GoFundMe?
I can put
I
it
was
in
gonna
the
say put in the
description.
yes, that's what I was gonna suggest. So anyone
Yes.
that get a chance to see this can donate.
Sure, absolutely. I
I
can
don't
do
know
that.
if I may donate. It just depends on some of that stuff gets kind of weird because of
Oh yeah.
being in Europe. So
Mhm.
I've tried to do that before in the past, and there's been things.
Mhm.
So we'll figure it out. Bust into that Cayman's account.
God, the Cayman's account just keeps coming back.
I really don't have account in the Caymans, everyone. Faith gets on me about my account in the Caymans.
Mercy. Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I've got another Keeping the Faith feel good story for you. So make sure you stick around, and we will be back